Assalamu alaikum. This is the step-to-step COVID guide for the congregation when attending the masjid. So as you can see here, we've got the signs up already. No mask, no entry. We'll go ahead and put our mask on now. Also, no praying in bubbles, no hugging, and no shaking hands, keeping with the social distancing rules. If you fail to comply with the masjid COVID guidelines, you will be asked to leave. Unfortunately, we don't like anyone leaving the masjid, but people who are failing to follow the guidelines, they're putting other people at risk. So this is something that we don't want. We need to make sure that we stop the spread of the virus, inshallah. Bismillah. Now, as you enter the masjid, you'll be taking your shoes off. When your shoes have been taken off, put them on the racks and avoid them being next to any other person's shoes. This is to stop the contact with anyone else. Another thing to keep in mind is also, don't put the shoes on the floor just in case someone may trip over them and they cause an obstruction. While you walk in, you'll be met by one of the masjid stewards. He'll provide you, wa alaikum salam wa barakatuh. He'll provide you with hand sanitization. And we're asking the congregation, inshallah, to bring their own masks and to bring their own prayer mats. But unfortunately, if you don't have that or you come late, you'll be provided with prayer mats here and also some masks, inshallah. Jazakallah khair. Now, next thing to do after you've done that is to make sure you scan the QR code. This helps with the track and trace, test and trace as well for the NHS. All right, after you've done that, you can enter the masjid, inshallah. Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Jazakallahu khair. Now, as you see here, there is a spot that is allocated for all the congregation members. Make sure you're praying on the spot that has been allocated by the masjid. We have a policy here to stop people from praying in bubbles. The reason for that is that to stop any other person coming into the masjid and joining into that prayer that may cause confusion and have people mixing in households. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Now that you have completed your prayer, make sure not to talk, hug, shake, and mingle with other congregational members. After you've done your prayers, just do your best to leave the masjid as soon as possible. Another thing to keep in mind is as you're leaving the masjid, to make sure you're not crowding around this area. It's a temptation to give salam to people, but for your safety and the safety of other members of the congregation, make sure you're keeping social distancing and you just finish your prayer, collect your shoes, and leave the masjid compound as soon as possible. Barakallah feekum.
As you've seen, the number of COVID cases has shot up. It's the highest it's been since the pandemic started, and we need to take this seriously. That's why we're issuing this guidance for the people to come to the masjid to stay safe and for the masjid to stay open. Inshallah, please follow this guidance inside the masjid compound and outside, and stay safe wherever you are. When you're going shopping, when you're out and about, we want you to stay safe, keep your masks on, keep yourself sanitized, and don't mingle with people from outside of your bubble. Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.